Hi, this is Keith Weaver with the Top Executive Strategy Podcast, where CEOs, COOs, and business owners share strategies for success. This is 6 questions in 9 minutes because the best strategies are concise business advice. So we're going to dive right in. And with our first question, question number 1, tell us in a few sentences who you are and what you do.
So my name is Jaynee Poulson, and I'm the CEO of the Give Back program. And the Give Back program, simply put, is a service that helps people that do credit card processing save on their processing while at the same time give to a charity or nonprofit that they care about. So we give a portion of the processing fees to a nonprofit. And right now in this climate, when nonprofits are really struggling, it's amazing to feel like Robin Hood, like we can come in and help by creating a passive income for those nonprofits that are in need. So that's what I do.
That's awesome. And quite an intense and really meaningful purpose behind all of it. So that's really cool.
Yeah, thanks.
So question number 2, somewhat related. What's the best thing about being a business leader?
I think being able to set an example and a tone for the world that you want to create and be in yourself. I like the idea of being able to lead by example, especially as a woman in business and owning my own company, that, you teach by doing and setting an example for others by everything we do every day. So I think that being a leader that way by action and deed. So I try and mentor young girls. I had an intern this summer. I always make sure that I am reaching out and helping them up. So I think that's an incredible gift and opportunity for all of us. So
making your own mark, but also helping the next generation.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome. All right. Question number 3. I hear from other leaders that their people strategy can be more of a challenge in their business sometimes than their business strategy. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think shouldn't it be one and the same? Like, really, Keith? Like, if you're not dealing with people and don't have a strategy for how to help people, then I don't know if you're necessarily doing good business. For me, I focus on people and making sure that I'm helping people and I'm making people my business, and then that is my strategy. So that just personally, that's what I try to focus on. If I can help somebody every day and make their world better, and then that I'm doing good business. There's a payback for that, and that's always going to come around for me. So I think if in whatever you do and whatever your business is, if you're putting good out into the world and you're trying to do right, then obviously I look at ROI and I look at the numbers and my outcomes. I have a business plan, but at the end of the day, every day, if I'm doing good, then I'm going to have a return on my investment.
That's a great strategy. It's also a great just way of life. So it works in the personal life as well. So, well, sure. Good. All right. Question number 4. What strategy would you like to share with other business leaders today?
I've had a lot of success at trying to every day be grateful and to always know that it could get worse. And so being aware of that, looking at every tragedy as an opportunity, that there's a blessing in everything. So even the setbacks with business or the difficulties, like, to step back from it and say, what do I have to learn in this? How is this pain going to give me a greater purpose? Like, crisis is opportunity, like opportunity is growth. So for me, I definitely think if I don't get an account, I'm like, okay, that's why, what do I have to learn here? What is this going to leave me open for a greater opportunity? What's the next step? and then what's the next step after that? Like, it's failing forward. And I think a lot of times we expect perfection, and that's just, there's no such thing. And I just try for wholeness, like to be whole and accept myself and love myself, and then I can do anything. So that's for me. That's for me, and what my strategy would be. Sorry. Wait, what was the question? So sorry.
No, I think that's a great strategy and a great help. And, you know, the best part of that is your personality really comes through and shows off that strategy and the way you see life and the way you approach things. So, you know, it's not only in the words, but it's in your attitude and everything. So that's awesome.
Thanks.
I love it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Question number 5. What other successful business owners, CEOs like yourself, would you like to acknowledge or you think would be good on a podcast?
Do you want that like in alphabetical order, or you just want me to
Top 2? How's that?
There are so many amazing, powerful, successful, strong, capable women that I associate with and make it part of my business strategy and plan to have other women that are doing incredible things in my life. So Geraldine Dreyfus, Lee Reck, Susan Schwartz, Christy Holt, Kimberly Cornell, Lindsay Seabrook, Melissa Moss. I can keep going. Linda Cherry.
Well, that's a pretty good list right there. We'll have to look up some of those and see if they'll be on the podcast. So
there are groups of women that get together and support each other and learn from one another, and I am so grateful that I'm a part of them. So,
you know, brainstorming and just, you know, having groups like that to brainstorm, to work together, it's great. Not only because as a business owner, sometimes you can be a little lonely, but also just for ideas and stuff. That mastermind approach is an awesome process.
Absolutely. I'm a big fan of the connectivity and not just connecting to humanity, but a sisterhood and the friendships that we create in businesses that can last a lifetime. So yeah, I think it's the way to go.
Very true. All right. Question number 6, a final fun question. Tell me about your favorite past boss.
These have all been fun. What do you mean?
Well, good.
Come on. Okay, last question, right? Okay.
Yes. Favorite past boss.
Past boss. I would have to say probably my dad.
Okay.
So the first jobs I ever had were given to me by my dad. And I know that sounds, I think that everyone should work. We have a family business, like we create jobs for our kids. And I just think everyone should work for family at one point or another, because it builds humility. And it's difficult, and it helps you with character and communication skills and all those difficult relationship skills that navigating. I just think you learn a lot, and it's all those teachable moments for me. I think that time management, all that, I learned it then. So I think, and you know, he was of course, that's my best boss ever.
Awesome.
So.
Well, you're right. There's a huge learning curve when you work with family, because it's a different dynamic. I mean, you know, in one situation, but now you're learning a totally different dynamic, and it's a huge learning curve. So
yeah,
that's cool. Well, hopefully you still have a good relationship with your dad.
Yeah.
Well, hey, it has been such a joy having you on today. Before we go, can you tell people how they can find you or get a hold of you?
Yeah, LinkedIn's great.
Okay.
I'd love to hear from people. Thanks so much. Thanks for having me.
Hey, it's my pleasure. So, well, this is Keith Weaver with the Top Executive Strategy Podcast, and you can follow us and get more insights on iTunes or at Weaver Business Coaching or on LinkedIn. And we wish you the best success.
Yeah, thanks everyone.